Hey everybody, this is Chozen, bringing you another Starcraft 2 audio commentary. This time I'm happy to say that it is the retail version and not the beta, and I am happy to be bringing you guys more uploads. There's more to come. I'm going to be doing commentaries on other players playing their races, Zerg, Protoss, so hopefully there's a little mix of everything to come from me. And I'm going to go ahead and get this replay started here. I'm going to fast forward it just a bit, and I'm going to go into a little bit of information about what's happening here. Okay, my first SCV, one out of the 6 that I start with, immediately goes to scouting. The map is Delta Quadrant, and it is a 4-player map. And the reason I did this was because I'm planning on doing something extremely tricky, extremely risky, high-risk maneuver here. But you're going to see what happens. Now, it's pretty important that you pay attention here because I'm going to go ahead and show my opponent and slow the game down just a bit. My SCV is over here. And as you can see, the fog of war covered him just in time before this SCV came out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this again and show everyone, and you're going to see that my SCV is in his fast expansion spot. Although he's starting to just put up his front supply depot, I've already entered his base, and he does not know this. Alright, and that's simply because the moment I spotted him, I withdrew my SCV, made sure that I saw where he was, and that's it. You're never going to see that SCV again because he's going to be building a barracks somewhere in your fast expansion place. Okay, so pretty much cookie cutter after that. I just go 11 out of 11 with my supply and start working on a supply depot at around 10.5 or 10 supply, I should say, not 10.5. And from there, I pretty much focus on my fast proxy barracks is pretty much what I'm starting to call this. It's just a barracks just placed extremely close to your opponent, and it's really not much he can do. And as you can see, he fends this off pretty well, but in the end, it doesn't look too good for him, and he eventually bites the bullet trying to fend off this proxy rush. But one thing I did here was I actually went with 2 barracks. Some people don't do this. Some people like to use Reapers. I've been mixing it up a little bit and hopefully showing you guys some new tricks that you can do. Right now, I know he does not know that my SCV is here, obviously, or else something would have happened by now. He's just pretty much wondering what the heck's going on. This guy has no front base defense, and he's got nothing but 2 depots and a command center. Something's fishy. You can see him. He's just scouting around. I'm not sure what he's really scouting for, but meanwhile, I'm just pumping Marines over here, just pumping, making sure that I have sufficient amount of Marines when I decide to attack him, because as you can see, his front base is sealed up. He has a bunker right here, and this bunker is going to play absolutely no role. And he's going to send these Marines out because he finally realizes, you know what? There's nothing out there in my base. His SCV is still scouting, and we're going to have a little battle over here, and this is where I'm going to decide, alright, let me make a move. And he actually kills that SCV. I try to use it as kind of like a little shield here, and played not to my favor. As you can see, just microing my units back and forth. I see that there's too many SCVs. I can't fight this. I still have my barracks pumping. He gets another Marine, but it's okay because I'm going to pull him right into this choke point right here. And this is where he's going to take massive amounts of damage. I'm going to make sure that I always pull into that choke point. And later in this game, you're going to start to see that this choke point right here is pretty much what saved me. My whole positioning, using the minerals as a wall, and he goes into a big exchange with me here, and right now he's just fighting with his SCVs. He really doesn't have anything on his minerals, and already this fight has taken the toll on him. There's really not much left he can do except try his best to stop, I guess, whatever he can with these SCVs and his 1 Marine, but I obviously know what he's doing with these SCVs, so I'm obviously dragging them out, always focus firing the Marine, making sure that he doesn't have any very strong, Marine, units to fend off this attack. And as you can see, it's just pretty much wore him out, and that's what this proxy barracks does. I know he lost a lot of SCVs, so I'm just sacrificing, even if I'm sacrificing at this point, my guys for more SCVs. I mean, it really doesn't matter. As you can see, focusing down that Marine, I don't pay too much attention to the SCVs. Now here comes the point where it could get a little risky for me to do this, He tries to make a full-on attack here, but that choke point is just way too strong. He knows he can't come in there or else he'll die. I killed that extra Marine that had low HP right there, and right now he's just juggling back and forth with the SCVs that he needs for minerals and has no time to actually fend this attack off. And this wall, these minerals right here, holding up just perfectly. These SCVs are going to go down. These Marines are not going to do any help. He's severely outnumbered. I'm going to just make sure I pay attention to, you know, my number count, my life HP, and just make sure, you know, I don't get severely outnumbered here. He makes a big mistake thinking that I'm trying to flank him around this rock. He could have probably won that with a little bit of focus fire, but to no avail. He's definitely on a crouch right now, and on a crutch, excuse me, and it's going to look grim for him to win this game, like I said in the beginning. But here's a quick strategy, just so you know. Something that you guys can start off with practicing, maybe try to pull it off against someone good, and this is really where the end of the game is. I mean, he QQs just a little bit, but I guess anybody would when this happens to him. So that's it, guys, and that's a quick audio commentary that I hope you guys can pick up, and if you're in an opposite race, maybe watch out for, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.